So to start off Hydro, we fortunately had a bit of prize money we got from the Griffith Innovation Challenge, which was $2,500. And that just paid for us registering the company, getting like Microsoft Office suite for all of us, getting some nice chairs because we're sitting there programming all day, that sort of a thing, just our basics. We've obviously invested a little bit ourselves in at certain points, like helping pay for the accountancy fees and stuff early on, just to get a few things set up was something we all sort of just did ourselves. We all had jobs before Hydro and even a little bit during Hydro for a couple of us. Early on, we worked very cheaply. We were out of my spare bedroom, so we weren't paying any aggressive amount of rent, which was really helpful. And it let us put a bit more of the money we were making into the business and start growing that up. Now, fortunately, we're able to support ourselves just with the business. So our client work supports our projects, and hopefully the projects one day will be able to carry us a bit more.
So in terms of funding for my business, for my current business, I didn't actually need to go and raise venture capital. It was a very simple model that we used, which was simply to do a minimum viable product, which I funded myself, and then we invited people to become foundation members of the Institute. And that provided us with seed funding, and we let people know that we were still in MVP, we were still in beta mode, so we were inviting people who were keen to be involved and help us to shape the future direction of the Institute. But enough people joined to give us the seed funding so that we were able to then continue the next little bit and the next little bit. And then we just organically grew our membership from that, and that's what's provided the funding.
I've had several ventures and they've all had different approaches to how they've been capitalised. So the first venture, KJR, which has been going for 23 years, it was all organically grown, self-funded. And it's a services business, so it didn't require that rapid sort of injection of cash to sort of grow it. More recently, Datawi, what we've done there is we formed a joint venture with other companies and applied for government funding. So we had a combination of both public funding from the government as well as sort of private investment, both of cash and in kind from other joint venture partners. And we pulled together about $9 million in sort of investment over a 3-year ramp process. So part of that was collaboration. We haven't yet gone to traditional venture capital or sort of other alternative seed funding for cash yet. We do have that in the roadmap for that business, but it'll probably be like a Series A type investment round. So that's a little bit different. I've also had another business, a failed startup, and they're always good examples to work on. So the failed startup, we were working on an idea, and I've got several friends who are high net worth individuals. And they sort of looked at this and, this is really interesting. Can we put some money in as well? And I accepted the money. It wasn't a lot of money. I think we just raised about $200,000. But in some ways, I sort of regret taking that money from, even though I was matching the same funding putting in that they were. It created a lot of obligations when that money came from people that you're sort of friends with and things like that. So that's the challenge of, like, what do they say? Friends, family, and fools. You've just got to be very cautious of those obligations and how that might lead to smart business decisions down the track.
TSR Property Solutions was funded entirely by myself. I had quite a successful career with an organisation called Metricon Homes, a large residential builder. And I leapt out into founding that organisation after seeing so many people hurt by not having the knowledge within the construction sector that I did. So I funded that entirely myself. Top 100 Women, I again funded predominantly by myself to get established, but we set up sponsorships rather than partnership owners to be able to establish that first 12 months to get the online platform up and running. We also were involved in a number of capital raising programs, which helped us to establish what angel investors would be looking for specifically when coming to our website, when seeing our presentation. And it helped us to narrow down what starts as a passion into something that's entirely commercial and enables people to get involved.
Originally, when Hero started, I was bootstrapping and really focused on solving the challenges that I had personally. And from there, I showed it to my clinician, who found a lot of value and shared it with her clients. And we used that knowledge and that experience to enter an accelerator program, which has really helped us accelerate and further understand the process of not only receiving funding, but also surrounding yourself with the right people in order to make the best of your product or your service that you're offering.